You ever wonder why some guys can whisper one word and she's up all night replaying it in her head, while you could text an entire paragraph and she leaves you on read, like you're just another noise in her endless feed? Let me say it from the jump. This is not about fake alpha confidence or some recycled YouTube hacks. This is about how you speak, how you pause, how you let your silence say what every other man is too weak to leave unsaid. See, average guys think good communication means telling her everything, responding instantly, giving explanations, sharing feelings, offering closure. That's not how you haunt her. That's how you become forgettable. The men she obsesses over, they never give her the whole picture. They speak in riddles, they drop hints, they leave her with questions, and her mind fills in the blanks with fantasy. Let me rip the bandage off right now. If your conversations sound like, how was your day? What did you eat? Did you reach home safe? You're just another background app on her phone. She'll smile politely, maybe reply if she's bored. But the moment a man who knows the game slides in, you're history. Uninstalled. Ghosted by default. You want her obsessed? You want her stalking your stories, rereading your texts at 2 a.m., overanalyzing every word, wondering what you meant, even when you said almost nothing? Then talk like you've got a secret, like you're never desperate for her attention, like you have options, because you do. Let me say this loud so every nice guy within Bluetooth range feels the sting. Chasing is for the unchosen. Explaining is for the insecure. Overcommunicating is for the men who know, deep down, she was never going to pick them anyway. You want to flip her brain into obsession mode? You make her work for it. You answer late, not because you're playing games, but because you're busy building your life. She senses it. She feels the gravity. She knows you're not waiting around, desperate for a pixelated good night from someone who barely knows herself. Stop treating her like she's the prize. Stop being afraid of losing her. If she walks, good. Let her. Because you know you'll attract another and another and another, and every one of them will feel that same hunger to unlock what you keep hidden. Here's where most men crumble. They talk like they're on a job interview, listing their accomplishments, qualifying themselves, trying to prove their boyfriend material. You want to be unforgettable? Talk like the man who's already decided, like the man who's lived 100 lives before this one. You're not convincing her, you're inviting her. And if she can't handle the mystery, she's welcome to scroll. Case in point, I knew a guy, call him Arjun. Arjun was textbook perfect boyfriend. Flowers, paragraphs, waiting by the phone like it was the oxygen tank keeping his life afloat. He was always there, always available, always ready to validate her every insecurity. She loved it for a week, she craved it for a month, but then she started pulling away, picking fights, testing him with drama, just to see if she could break his backbone. She did. He cracked. He begged. He apologized for things he didn't even do. Guess how she remembers him today? She doesn't. He's a punchline at brunch. Now, flip the script. I know another man, let's call him Ved. Ved barely spoke. When he did, he dropped lines like, I don't explain myself twice, or if you want me, you know where to find me. When she asked, what are you thinking? He'd say, not everything needs to be said. Some things are better felt. Did he care about her? Absolutely. But he never let her think she was the center of his world. He let her feel the space between the words. He let her feel the tension. She went insane for him, obsessed, started showing up at his office by accident, DMing at 3 a.m., stalking his old posts for clues, because mystery, not availability, is what drives her wild. Let's get even more savage. If you're constantly texting her, if your phone lights up every time she breathes, you're not a man in her eyes, you're a fan, and nobody obsesses over their fans. Real communication, it's not about the words you use, it's about the weight behind them. It's about the pauses, the moments you let hang in the air, the unpredictability. Ask her something that challenges her. Say things that make her stop and think. Not, what did you do today, but what's one thing you've never told anyone? Not, want to meet, but if I show up, you'd better have something interesting to say. And when you do speak, make your words count. Don't fill the silence with filler. Let her feel the tension. Let her wonder. Because here's the truth. She's not craving a therapist. She's craving a challenge, a man she can't figure out, a man she can't control. Let me tell you a story you won't find on a blog or a therapist's couch. There was a woman, the kind who broke men just for sport. She collected apologies, kept exes in the friend zone like trophies. But the one guy she still stalks to this day, the one who never explained his silence, never sent the final text, never gave her closure. He vanished, left her on read, went on to build his empire. She'll deny it if you ask her. But he's the ghost in her phone, the what if she brings up in every fight with the next man, the one she measures all new lovers against. Why? Because he was unpredictable. He was silent when she expected rage. He was distant when she expected drama. He was ice when she needed validation. He wasn't cruel. He was just unavailable. And that's the new forbidden fruit. Are you ready for the real psychological hack? It's not about texting less. It's about texting differently. Don't give her a roadmap to your emotions. Drop her in the maze and let her wander. Be present, but not predictable. Ask her questions nobody else dares. When she asks why you're quiet, say, I'm just enjoying the silence. Or, sometimes words ruin the moment. Make her doubt herself just to wonder what you're really thinking. Not in a cruel way, in a way that makes her realize she can't take you for granted. Now, before I go further, if you're sick of being background noise, if you want to upgrade from just another guy to the one she can't forget, you're in the right place. And if you're smart, you'll subscribe right now, because the real game is just beginning, and trust me, you'll want to see what comes next. Let's push it further. You want a woman obsessed? Don't be afraid to disagree with her. Don't play it safe. Most men nod along, laugh at jokes that aren't funny, pretend to like the same movies, just to keep the peace. Not you, not anymore. If she's wrong, tell her. If her opinion is mid, challenge it. She'll act offended, she might pout, but deep down she'll respect you more. Because you're not playing for her approval, you're playing for her attention. And the only way to get it? Be the outlier. Be the curve breaker. Do you want to know the fastest way to kill a woman's interest? Tell her what she wants to hear all the time. Agree with everything. Be supportive at the cost of your own soul. Disagree. Play devil's advocate. Keep her guessing. She'll talk about you to her friends. He's so annoying, but I can't stop thinking about him. He's so stubborn, but I love the way he stands his ground. This is the kind of energy that makes her question her sanity. This is the kind of communication that lives rent-free in her mind. You want her to chase you? You want her to send the double text, to overthink your replies, to dream about what you'll say next, then master the art mystery. Let her see only glimpses, drop stories that don't have endings. Ask her questions, then go silent for a day. Make her crave the resolution. Let her think she's almost there, then pull back. Here's a case study straight from the wild. There was a girl, smart, successful, 10-10 by everyone's standards. Men lined up just to buy her coffee, but she lost her mind over a man who didn't play the game. He'd reply late, sometimes not at all. He never apologized for it. When they met, he'd say, I don't do small talk, tell me something real, or let's sit in silence. He was the only man who ever made her nervous. Years later, she's married to another guy, but she still stalks the first one. Still sends him memes, still wishes things had played out differently. Why? Because he left her with questions, with longing, with that haunting feeling that maybe I was never enough for him. That's obsession. You want this? You have to be willing to walk away, to lose her, just to prove to yourself that you never needed her in the first place. When you talk to her, let your words feel like a riddle she can't solve. Don't lay all your cards on the table. Let her wonder what you're hiding. Let her work for your attention. If you're thinking, will this really work for me? Try it for a week. Watch what happens. She'll text you more. She'll ask deeper questions. She'll challenge you, test you, try to break your mask. Don't drop it. Hold the line. Because the minute you let her into the control room, she'll lose interest. She'll see you as just another guy. Be the storm, not the umbrella. And if you really want to break her mind, when she finally asks, what are we? Smile and say, depends on the day. Life's too short for labels. Let her feel the uncertainty. Let her realize you're not here to fit in her box. You're here to break it. If this feels like your story, say it out loud in the comments. Don't hold it in. Maybe you've been the background guy, or maybe you've been the storm. Either way, you're here now. And that's all that matters. Thank you for listening. This is Matt signing off for the Closure Club. Remember, in a world full of echoes, be the voice she can't stop chasing. See you in the next one. Stay unpredictable.